Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome again. Good morning from my end. I know that it's good evening or maybe good night to some people, but welcome again to One Global Movement Speak with Heart. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to make sure that we get out of here today in time because I know that all our hearts and ears are on Anchor 360. So we're going to do that quickly and get out of here. We're going to skip our legendary Bob Marley song again today so that we can get out of here quickly. And so that our sister can also read our mission statement so that everyone knows why we are here, why we are doing what we are doing, and where we are going. So today's Wednesday. Happy Wellness Winning Wednesday. And we are in the series O Bless O-CADEMY Revolution Part 214. School is Fun, episode number 5. Developing self-awareness and identity. Developing self-awareness and identity. I repeat that because we all need to be thinking about self first. Because if you are not self-sufficient, you have not fully developed your identity, you will not be able to help any child or help any other person, right? So let's start with our quotes. Discover the power within you through self-awareness. When you understand yourself, you unlock the potential to shape a brighter future for yourself and your children and even others.
Yes.
In the quest for personal growth, self-awareness is your greatest ally, your greatest friend, your greatest brother, your greatest sister, your greatest everything after Almighty God. Self-awareness is your greatest ally. As you explore your identity, you will find the strength to overcome challenges and inspire those around you, talking about our children and your family and your community. And lastly, developing self-awareness is like finding a hidden treasure within you. As you uncover your true self, you gain the insight and confidence needed to champion the causes that matter most to you, which we all are here doing, which is the number one cause in the world. Okay, thank you so much. I see my daughter from Dubai is here today. Free, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, sister, I will let you do
I'm
your
smiling. I'm
thing.
smiling because we have the same quote, the last one there. So I'm
Well,
smiling
I
because
knew that when you smile, I know that we resonate. We resonate on a lot of things because if you are doing what we are doing here, most of the things they just resonate with one
they
another.
just yeah, they
Which
just
is
flow
very
towards us. Yeah.
yes,
So
yes. So
okay, so today I'm the speaker, so I make it quick, and I'm also tasked with just refreshing our minds as to why we are really doing this. So we want to read today the mission, the vision and mission statement for One Global Movement. But first, I have a little blurb. I like this quote because it always reminds us that what our children are. Children are not empty vessels to be filled with knowledge. They're meant to be active learners. And this is a quote from Jean Piaget.
yes,
And I'm saying giving and receiving, they came loaded with potential. And when circumstances beyond their control prevent them from expressing this, it is not only a tragedy, but a crime against nature and life. It's a
yes,
crime.
mhm,
Okay. So this is why One Global Movement is so focused on making sure that we save this next generation, right,
yes,
of
yes,
children. So the vision and mission of OGM, this is the foundation of Unpassive, One Global Movement, and it's therefore from the creator and the creation because we know what Unpassive is all about.
yeah,
It's the same thing with OGM. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with the tools and the sustainable solutions that will help them eradicate hunger, illiteracy, poverty, build generational wealth, live with live a life of purpose and leadership. We have to remember that. That's what they came for. We all came for that. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and opportunities to thrive. Through local, global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and to build a better future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. Together, through divine intervention, love, and unpassive clean, safe, and valuable technology, we can create a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any other condition that is not of their own making. It's possible. Our gratitude and tribute always goes to Mr. Ashmafara for bringing this world family together and for the purpose of providing solutions to all sectors of the global economy, beginning with children. Thank you, Mr. Mufara, and all the unpassive support teams. We love you all.
Yes, thank you.
And so
Thank
that
you.
is the mission statement. And so
Thank you.
today, as we said, thank you for listening. We have School is Fun episode number 6, and we're developing self-awareness and identity. Now, I come towards this at a different way because with me, self-awareness and identity is almost the same thing, and identity comes from our Creator. I know that not everybody believes that, and we have to always make that disclaimer, but I will go to what the worldview of identity is. So if everything you have is something that you've received, why do you boast as if you did not receive it? This is 1 Corinthians 4:7, that's in the Bible.
Yes.
But the worldview says being self-aware is all about having an understanding of your own thoughts, feelings, values, beliefs, and actions. It means that you understand who you are, what you want, how you feel, and why you do the things that you do. Sister is always asking these 3 questions. Who am I? Where did I come from? And why am I here? That can be wound up right there in self-awareness. Now, I was doing some research and I found that toddlers, babies as young, and I always knew that, babies as young as between 12 and 24 months, they have self-awareness. They just don't have the language to articulate it, right?
Yes.
If you ever watch them and how they look at you intently, they are kind of different. They know, right? There's a test called the Rouge test, and you can look it up. It's very interesting. And this person put a little rouge, red lipstick or whatever on the baby's nose, and the baby's trying to look in the mirror and trying to figure out who is, it was amazing, that test. I thought it was so great. So don't think that self-awareness is suddenly on you when you're a grown-up or whatever. It's progressive and we came with it.
Yes.
Okay? Simply put, your identity in Christ is who God says you are. Discovering who God says you are is one of the most beautiful and life-giving things you can learn about yourself, because he created you on purpose, for a purpose. None of us are accidents. So don't let anybody tell you that. We all have the greatest value that the Creator could give us. However, the worldview is this. Personal identity refers to the unique ways that you define yourself. That's what they're saying it is. One person might choose to emphasize their family, religion, and interest when describing their identity. A different person might emphasize their race, neighborhood, country, and job as important parts of who they are. No, I have no problem with that. But if you lose those things, do you not become valuable still?
Yes.
You have to, those things are externals. Who are you inside, really? Because people lose their jobs all the time. And that is why we have these things called identity crisis, right? People no longer know who they are because their family kicked them out, or they lost how they feel about their religion, the interest that they had in certain things, and so on and so forth. So you can't totally base your identity just on those externals. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes, yes.
And so I just quickly wanted to go over the 5 elements of what the world is saying self-awareness is. And it pretty much lines up with what God is saying, because we are supposed to always go back to him to ground ourselves. So one of them is consciousness and mindfulness. And what this means is that you're aware of your internal experiences, including your emotions and your thoughts. And that's good, right? It means living in the present moment, or being there where you are. Because a lot of us, I don't know if children do this, I don't think they do that much. We go back to the past and we beat ourselves up, or we're living in the future and we never enjoy this moment that we have in front of us. That's a problem, right? And then self-knowledge. This element is focused on your understanding of who you are, including your beliefs, your values, and your motivations. It's very important to know why we do something, right? And emotional intelligence, this element is focused on the ability to understand and manage emotions. We are not to be reactionary. We must always think of why we are saying something, why we are feeling something, and also think about the other person, how it's affecting them, right? Yes. You have to be, what do they say? Work the room, or know your audience, those kinds of things. Not everything is okay at the same time. That's what it is, right? You have to know how somebody feels before you dump something more on them. That's what I think that is, right?
Yes.
And then self acceptance, which I have a problem with this one because they don't take it to its logical conclusion. But I'll tell you, self acceptance, self compassion, I'm all for that. This aspect is centered on accepting who you are and showing yourself compassion and kindness. This knowledge also enables you to be more empathetic and compassionate to others because you appreciate that we are all works in progress. We will make mistakes, we will learn and move on, and we can give grace to each other. Self acceptance, though, for some people means that you're okay and you never have to. It's this self awareness is a progressive exercise. We can't just accept ourselves and stay there. If there are changes to be made, improvements to be made, we do it. It's good to accept yourself where you are. I agree with that. But think to the future. It's progressive. Think if we're growing, right? Self reflection and meditation, etc. This element of self awareness requires us to think deeply about our feelings, our thoughts, and goals in order to gain an even better understanding of who we are and our place in the world, right? Your
Right.
identity is a complex blend of your beliefs, your values, your experiences, your relationships, and your cultural influences. While self awareness is the process of understanding yourself, your identity is the product of that understanding. So, yes, I don't know if it's chicken or the egg. People are always asking which comes before, but those two things are linked, self awareness and identity, right? You know what you're doing because you're doing it and you know why you're doing it. It encompasses not just who you are, but also who you aspire to be and who you're presenting
Yeah.
to the world, right? Because there's a disconnect there for some people and then they're not authentic, right? If you
Yes.
if you say you are this way, then you have to be self-aware enough to know when you're not being that way. So there are some levels here, childhood and adolescence, where family and social environment will shape your self-perception or self-awareness. And then there's adulthood, where career, relationships, and personal experiences refine and evolve your identity. Significant events, positive or negative, that may cause you to reevaluate your beliefs and self-concept, because we can change those things as we go along. Embracing the dynamic nature of identity. Identity is not static. Just as we grow, learn, and change, so does our sense of self. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it says. So I'm saying that to you. Being open to this evolution is key to personal development. Many people experience crisis of identity during transition, like career changes, as I mentioned before. If you lose all those things, if you lose your big career, if you move to a new environment, or even as you enter different stages in life, like such as parenthood or retirement, these shifts, while challenging, present opportunities to rediscover and redefine yourself. So don't be stuck to any one thing that says this is who I am in that sense, right?
Yep.
Because you lose those things. That is the problem. And I really want to nail that in that your identity and your self-awareness and those things that make you who you are should not be bound to external things. It cannot work. You will
Yep.
always find yourself in shifting sand if you do that. You have to have something firmer to build who you are on. Self-awareness is being clear about who you are when you are showing up in the world, and does it match who you say you are and who you want to be. Identity is who you truly are, irrespective of external trapping, things, positions, etc. Right?
Yes.
That's what I think that is. And so, to conclude, the journey toward developing self awareness and identity is a lifelong process. It requires deep reflection, a willingness to face uncomfortable truths, and the courage to evolve. The whole process of self awareness and delving into it, it takes courage. It takes brave people, people who want the truth. By embracing this process, individuals can live more authentic and fulfilling lives grounded in a clear understanding of who they are and what they stand for. I mean, this is a big topic, and I have lots of other listing of the things that are involved there. But I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to let you talk. Please go ahead, share, sister, because I know
No,
you have.
the things that concerns children, they're always huge because it
Yeah,
takes a lot. It takes
yeah,
more than 85% of your resources. That means your strength, your love, your everything, your money. It takes, if you really want to raise good children, that is what it takes. And
it
when you
does.
understand that and you decide to do the best thing, you will be so happy that you did it. You'll be so
Yes,
happy because you just be so smiley all the time. You will not even worry about things that are going out there. Not to say that you won't check on your children. You will, because
you
you
will.
know what you've put in your children. You know what you
Yes,
put in your children, where it came from, and how
yes,
you've put that thing in your
yes,
children. You will not have
yes,
to worry. A lot of times, my mom is like, you're not even calling your son every day. I say, Mom, God is in the hands of God because
yeah,
God has helped me to raise my child so well. And I'm really proud of my son. I'm
there
really,
you go.
really proud of my son.
Yes,
Because
there you
at
go.
23, most kids will be running around with women, going here, going there. No, we
Yes,
train our children to do those kind of things in the right way and in the appropriate way. But I want to thank you so much, my beautiful sister, because the way you tackle this topic, just like the other ones, is so phenomenal. Because if we really take the time to do these things, we will never, never have to worry about our children,
never.
what is
Yeah.
happening to them, because we know what we've instilled in them, because what we instill in them was instilled in us, and because we are the parents, we use that to
Yes,
really raise these children. This is
yes.
very, very important. Take the time.
Take the
Take the
time. Take the
time.
time.
Take
Take
the
the time.
time to
Take
do
the
the
time.
best for yourself and your children.
Yes,
Because
yes,
when you do the best for yourself, your children are going to see, even if they are sleeping, they're going to dream about what mommy and daddy are doing or what
yeah,
their caregivers, these adults are doing.
yes,
It just flows because that is the way God created you and these children. That is the
yeah.
way God created us here. Look at the vibration here, is just exactly how God created the world.
It
We
is.
are attracting those that have the heart to help
Yes,
children.
it
And
is.
you guys are also attracting us towards you. This is just how it
Yes,
works. There is
yes,
no way you can do anything here, like our sister says, without knowing that there is a creator. This is not about Christianity or a particular
no,
religion.
no.
This is about knowing that we came about, what we are doing,
We're
where we
created.
were going. We were created by a powerful force, by a
Yes,
spirit. And that
yes,
spirit can be anything that because you didn't create the grass, you didn't create the rivers, you didn't
no,
create the tree, nothing, the animals. So when you
yes,
use these things in your own way, your own cultural way, they
yes,
still go to worship the Almighty God. Don't
yes,
don't don't listen to what people tell you. What do you tell yourself? Because God is telling you something, you need to be able to tell that thing to yourself over and over again. Nobody
mm-hmm.
should. Don't use water. This is an idol. Nobody has that audacity. You need to know what you're doing because God gave you that knowledge to know.
Yes,
So I really want to thank you so much for the way you tackle this topic. It says um, developing self-awareness and identity.
mm-hmm.
Self-awareness is something that is already there. You were born to discover
Yes,
who you are, whether we
yes,
like it or not. But as children, if we are not guided in the right way,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's going to be difficult for us. We'll get lost. And when you get lost, the mind is something that always has to be occupied. And we pray and we really hope and do the best that the mind will be occupied with the
Yes,
best things. Because if
yes.
the mind is not occupied with the best things, guess what? The wrong things will seep into your mind.
Yeah,
It's just like our children, they're in school, or maybe they're learning a trade, or they're traveling, they're doing something. They get into the company of good people or people that resonate with them. Guess what? They flourish, they are
yeah,
happy, they are
they do.
healthy. But again,
Yes,
think about it. If you don't send your kids to school or look for something for your children to do, their children, guess what will happen? They will go the wrong way. Before we know, they are
absolutely.
getting into with friends that are doing drugs, alcohol, friends that are
True.
disrespectful, they are not humble. A lot of things will happen. So
Yes,
self-awareness is something that we are born with, but then we
mhm.
are also given a
Choices. Yeah.
choice to choose, and we are hoping that we can choose the right one. But you don't have to. Sometimes You choose the wrong one, but that wrong one will still eventually lead you to where you want to go if you
Yeah.
focus your mind wanting to know who you are, whose you are, what you have been given, and where you're going with what you've been given. Just like she said, this is very,
Seriously.
very important.
Yes.
Self-awareness. You are not what the outside world says you are. No, you're not. And also
No.
remember, what you think you want to hear, they tell you, oh, you're so smart, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome. Is that really true? You need to know that because you were born with those things, those very great characteristics. And people
Yes.
people to tell you, of course, it's a good compliment, but you already know that you have it, you possess it, and you say, thank you. I think God is great, or you know what? We were created to be that way. So self-awareness, we were born with it, but we've been given a choice to pick and choose and also fail and correct ourselves along the path. So who are you? Who are you? Have you really discovered who you are? And whose are you? Who made you? Who created you? Have
Mm-hmm.
you found your purpose, just like she said? And do you really know where you're going with that purpose? These things, they're always there every day when we talk because it is there. There is no way you're going to treat any topic without these things. They are there.
No.
And if we
No. No.
really treat ourselves like that, like our sister has said, and then our children will start to see, oh, this is what daddy is doing. This is what mommy is doing. Oh, this is what my caregiver is doing. This is what my government is doing. This is what the youth organization in my village or in my community are doing. So you see these children, know that children are very impressionable. You do something, you think, oh, they don't pay attention, they are playing. They pay attention.
Yeah,
And
they
that is just one
are.
of the ways that
They
they
are.
listen. I
They
tell
are.
people for my son,
They are.
he won't sit
Yes.
still. He won't sit still, but when they give a test or they ask a question, he answers everything. Be like, this is not right. Why is he answering? And he wasn't even paying attention. It is
Yeah. They are.
reading to this child. Know that these children, their brains are developing at a speed of light.
See.
When
Yes.
you're reading to them,
It really is.
they're going elsewhere, but they are listening. They are
They
listening.
are.
What can you do? Don't shout, don't yell, sit down.
No.
Begin to walk little by little and then make it fun so that they'll
Yes.
be catching. But before you know, later on, you'll be like, oh, they were listening. They were actually listening, you
They
know?
were.
So
Yes.
that is very, very important that we do this because when you know who you are, you walk with happiness, you walk knowing that there is time for everything. And when that time comes, nothing can get in the way of me achieving what God has built for me to achieve.
Exactly.
This is very
Exactly.
important. Instead of you going to compete or compare or being angry or being jealous or gossiping or saying things, if you know who you are, you see me, I am motivated by gossiping. I am motivated by the bad things that people throw at me. I am so motivated when they do that. I'm on fire. And people be like, is she crazy? Look, they're saying bad things about her. Because that's whether you like it or not, they're still going to say those things. So when
Exactly.
you're aware of yourself, things
Yes.
go on so well and you'll be happy. And then you listen. Sometimes you listen to those things because sometimes, remember, you have to pass through difficulties in order to get to where you want to be. And
Yes.
so when you embrace all those things, you keep charting your course, you keep walking your goals and your dreams, you keep moving to where you want to be. Eventually you will, because nothing just comes just like that. No, it's not click and order. It's a brick and mortar. We know that we are in the age of technology where you just click and you order. And remember,
Yeah.
those also comes with consequences.
They
But if
do.
you really want to really help these children defeat hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and the other challenges and build generational wealth, we have to do it brick and mortar, beginning from the foundation.
You do.
Remember,
You
Mr.
do.
Ashman Farah says you have to work hard.
You
We
do.
all know that.
Right. He's right.
To work
Yes.
hard. Even you
Yes.
put food in your mouth, you think the food is just going to go down your esophagus and then you swallow it. No, you have
Yes.
to take the time to chew it
Yes.
because if you don't, it's going to hurt your throat and then you will not get the food fully digested. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
The only one thing we have to work hard, knowing what our focus is on, like what you're doing. You know what
yes,
I mean? Don't just work hard, not
yes,
knowing what your purpose, what you're trying to attain, right?
certainly.
And so this is why it is so important that we speak to our children when they're young, and when there's something is coming up or whatever, we tell them why we're doing what, so
Yes,
they can understand the relationship between doing this the outcomes and whatever it is, because some people, they never speak with these children. They don't know what they have in here. They
No.
don't share what they have in here. How are they supposed to get a grounding? You know
So
what I mean?
yes, because and we don't just impose. Discuss with your
No.
children. Discussion is very important. You
Yes.
say, okay, let us take out our planner for tomorrow. You let your children practice planning 2, 3
There
days
you go.
time. Or
Yes.
they can plan a year, but that year goals, you start splitting them into monthly, into weekly, into small goals every day. Okay,
Yes.
today I'm going to
Yes.
go to school. And then after school, what do? I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to exercise before I go to class, or
Yes.
I have to do my homework. All those things, even repeatedly every day, they
Every
stay
day.
right in here, and you
Yes.
just start gravitating towards it. Let us
Yes.
discuss with our parents. Let's not rule or nurture our children with a heavy hand and say, no, you take what daddy says, you take what mommy says, you're not going to
Yes.
change it. No. Remember, we are not created in stones. God gave us that flexibility that
Mm-hmm.
if you go the wrong way, you can really retrieve your steps and then look again, a closer look, and focus on where you want to go. So we
Right.
don't when you rule children, they become afraid. Then they start hiding things. When they get in trouble, they won't tell.
Yes.
They won't
Yes.
tell you, because even like I would say here openly, sex education is very important. A lot of
Yes.
parents shy away. I was brought up with parents that never knew anything about that. And it's only by the grace of God that my grandmother, I don't know how she knew, she trained me so well, but she still induced certain things like, if you talk to a boy, you're going to get pregnant. And so I didn't want to talk to any boy. So, but she, but here we are in this modern world with a lot of knowledge and technology. Let us start teaching our children. Remember, parents, the men, you are responsible for raising your boys the right way. There are certain things about the boy child that the mother does not know. It's
It's
only
true.
you, the father. And then the
Yeah.
girl child, the mother has to focus. There are certain things that we need to start teaching our girl children that that the father does not know. But when we do it together, because there are other things that we have to do together. But when it comes to some of those intimate things, we need to teach our
We
children well.
do. We do. We
Really do.
do.
And if you don't know, ask, please. Don't just
Yes.
sit there and don't teach your children sex education before you know the one get pregnant, or the contact venereal diseases. And these children, now they can't go to school, they can't do anything. And then the circle of poverty continues. We don't
Continues. Yes.
want that. We don't want
Yes.
that. So it's so important. Involve your children. Ask questions.
Yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
even
Yes.
just tell them, can you teach me this, please? I do
That's
that.
right.
They
That's
will
right.
teach you. They know. There are certain
Yeah.
things they know that you and I don't know. So let's get
Yes.
our children involved. When you do that, they become so much self-aware of who they are, whose they are, and what they've been created to do. And in the
Yes.
process of doing these things, they begin to discover their self-identity.
Yes.
They begin to
Absolutely.
discover their self-identity. And remember, these things are lifelong. And
They
then
are.
at a certain time, you discover, of course, you already know who you are. And when you know who you are, now in the course of your education, your experiences, your relationship, and the thing that you're doing for the world, which we all
Mm-hmm.
be doing. And I know all of us here are doing it, then they will discover even more. But your self-identity must be related to your community, your customs and traditions, good
Sure.
ones, because there are certain bad things too in certain customs and traditions.
Yes.
And don't
Exactly.
let nobody tell you, no, this is the way you're supposed to behave. Because when they
Mm-hmm.
tell you, it means they've taken the place of your parents, which your parents neglected, and then they're going to instill in your children things that are not like them. And these children
Right.
will be wobbling in anger, in
Yes.
frustration, because it's in their
Mm-hmm.
blood. God created all of these customs and traditions for a reason. It's in our blood. And if they
Yes.
try to instill certain things in you that are not right, now that is abuse, and the children will never be happy with themselves. They'll always
Absolutely.
be lost. They're trying
Yes.
to find who they are. Who am I?
Yes.
Who am I? But the foundation is we
Yes.
know who we are, whose we are, and where we are going. When you know that, every other thing just comes along. Self-identity will come along so
That's
smoothly
right.
that you'll be so happy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm really so happy for these topics that we are treating, and
I
I'm
love the way you phrase it too, because yeah, that's what you said. It's developing. It's not
Mhm,
a one-time thing. You said you're not cast in stone.
mhm.
And the choices that you're making are helping you to tell you why you're making those choices. Because children, there's a time when all they ever ask is why. That
Yes,
doesn't go away with them. It's just that we put them aside and we shut them up and we don't have time. But it's interesting when they start asking you why, because there's a time now to tell them exactly what you said,
Yes.
who they are, where they came from, and that they have a purpose. It's a time to discuss that, to get it in there so that they can say, oh, okay, I'm not just here for nothing. I'm
Yes.
important to what's going on. And
Yes.
there's when children feel like that, they make better choices. I know that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. They'll be so happy when
Yeah.
you start from the cradle, even from the stomach. You tell your child, yes, God gave you to me. You are blessed and highly favored. You're
Yeah.
speaking life into their existence. And then this
Yes.
child comes out, you say, oh, yeah, you're a very smart child. Because they are smart. You're not just
They are.
telling them because they
Yeah.
are very smart. We were born smart. And then when they start growing up, we don't put these values in them. They start looking low on themselves. When they bully them, they think that they are low or they are not up to this. But we have to start very, very young. When
Very
you
young.
put your baby, when that baby is placed into your hands from the hospital, the
Yep.
mommy and the daddy will speak the very first thing into that child's life, and they
They do.
continue to do so. If you tell my son that he's not one of the most handsome boys
There you go. There you
in
go.
the world, he does not know that. He doesn't. He say,
It
"Of course
does.
I am."
Yeah,
God created
exactly.
me that way. He always
Exactly. It's the same thing with me, and you can't try to tell her anything that would bring her nothing. You can't. She just
yes.
looks at you like you're crazy.
Because you started very young and because it's
Yes,
true.
yes, yes.
Every child, regardless of who or how they look, whether their
Absolutely.
eyes can see or the one of their limbs
Does
is
not
not there,
matter.
because we know
Does
that some
not
babies are
matter.
born without all their limbs. It
Doesn't
does
matter.
not matter. You
Yeah.
see a lot of these, I post some of those things online of these kids that were born without limbs, but they are doing
Yeah.
amazing things.
Amazing, amazing,
Amazing.
amazing,
It starts
amazing.
from the cradle. What
Yes.
are you doing? Even it
Yeah.
starts with the stomach. What are you listening to?
I know.
What are you setting your eyes on?
I know.
What is your mouth saying?
Yes.
It starts from there. And when you do it, let us really calm down and say, you know what? When I have my next baby, this baby is going to have all of these things. You know,
Yes.
when we do
Yes.
this, I bet you, children,
Yes.
the world will be such a better place for everyone. And they will
Yes.
walk, they will know that, oh, I have to hold the hand of the next person. I have to do something, even for the government, without just always asking from the government. I have
That's
to do
right.
something in return.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
very, very important. And
It
thank you so
is.
much for the way
Yes.
that you took this topic. I am really so grateful for that.
Thank you, sister. But there's more. There's more. There's lots more of it.
No, we always, because we are dealing with children. Children, they are growing, and we always have more. This is the
Yeah.
place for more. And
This is
I'm going
yeah.
to say something here before we continue, so I don't forget.
Okay.
For everyone, and we'll be reminding them from time to time,
Yeah.
we have a Facebook page, which you can go there. We will share the link to like and you follow. That is
Yeah.
going to help One Global Movement to grow and bring
Mhm.
resources that is going to be helping us all along as we help these children. I
Yeah.
really ask that we all go there and like and follow and share that link to
Sure.
all your social media platform, because things that concern children, everybody needs to know. Everybody needs to know. And then,
Absolutely.
secondly, um, please, some people they send us posts to our One Global Movement Facebook page. Some of the posts have been declined. It is not disrespect towards you. We want here in One Global Movement, we are talking about children, we are talking about young people, we are talking about women. Anything that concerns children or this population that is appropriate, we are
Mm-hmm.
going to approve it. But if it's not good, we're going to decline. And this also
Mm-hmm.
includes, I know that people want to post our CEO. Of course, all of us love our CEO. The reason why we are here today is because of Mr. Ash Mufarah, and we highly respect that. When you have Mr. Ash Mufarah's post, there's no need for you to bring it to One Global Movement. We already know. We post those things ourselves too, so we can share it to the rest of the world or in our own social media platform. But anything that concerns children and young people and women, particularly young women, send it and we will post it, but let it be appropriate. And because as you see us here, this One Global Movement is being watched 24/7. I would
Yes.
tell you, by the law. And I don't want to break the law.
I'm gonna go and get the page and drop it in here, or do you have it?
Yeah. No, drop it in there. I send it to you. Yes, so this One Global Movement is registered, is legally registered with the United States government. And I want to follow the law, because when you follow the law, it means you're helping these children the right way. So anything that will not be good, we will send it away. And in due time, somebody will be recruited to be monitoring that, so that I can focus, or we can focus on other things. But know that some of them are among us here that are monitoring everything as well, not just me. We have a lot of them here. Our sister is one of them. And we will continue to do so, because we want, number one, safety for our children. When they have that safety, they are happy. When they are happy, they do well in everything that they are doing. So please, if you send any post and we don't post it, don't think that it is personal. Don't take it personal. No. We just want the right thing, because we are being, even if we are not being monitored, we must do the right thing for these children. Right, sister? Yes.
Yes, absolutely. We must be pure.
Yes, we must be pure. And then lastly, I want to show you something here again, because it's going out of season. Here, oh, here is another watermelon. Watermelon from the One Global Movement garden, which is grown all organically, because we want to teach our children to eat right, eat well, eat healthily. So we must do it, and we are doing it ourselves, organically grown. And we just have a few left, because we've been sharing it and also raising money for One Global Movement by selling these things. You can't be talking without doing it. Otherwise, how do you expect the children to learn? No. So we do this, and we also teach children from the garden here, One Global Movement Garden. And by the grace of God, we're going to extend it bigger, so that kids from schools can be coming there to learn something. And we also have animals as well. So I just said I should show you that. I'm really sorry that you can't taste it, but in spirit, we pray that everybody will get to taste it. We eat it every day, every day. Yes. So the few, some are still coming out, but I don't think that they're going to take the coal, because when the coal starts, that will be it. But our harvest was great, I must admit it.
It was,
Great
yes.
harvest, because we've harvested more than 160, and more than we just share, and then some people, when you share, they just opted to really contribute to One Global Movement.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Yes. So thank you guys so much. And let's go here quickly so that we can leave from here. We're now going to read everything here so that we can go use the bathroom and join our 360, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And our sister is greeting everyone here as usual to OGM, where we speak with heart for our children and young people globally. Please feel free. Share your thoughts on today's topic, developing self-awareness and identity. Hello, Kusha. We miss you, but thank God you're here today. How are you? Thank you.
Yes.
And of course, our mantle, one of our mantle is here, Chandan. Thank you so much, brother, for always supporting.
Thank you, Shandan. Yes.
And our managing director is here, fully here. Enjoy the birthday party, and he's here again with us today. Thank you so much, John. We highly appreciate the work that you do for children worldwide. And let me just go down here. We have Hamida. Hamida Rahman, how are you? We miss you, but you're here. And this is my beautiful daughter from Dubai. She is here. Thank you so much. Free Kankan. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to speak in the dialect. My benewe mo call you from. And then I get a time continue. No call you. All right. I'm just saying hello and blessings.
Hello. You might just want to read one of the ones that John says. I'll just tell you. It says, he's telling me, hello, Yvonne Finn, please carry the ball today as I'm attending a wedding online. I can only stay short time today. So, yeah.
And of course, you and him are always doing it anyway. So thank you. Thank you, John. Enjoy the wedding, John.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. My love to all of you and your husband, okay? Thank you so much. And we have Visha Roy. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us from your end of the world. We appreciate you and our love to you and all our children. Gratitude to our beloved and caring CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, sir, and all tech team. Thank you so much, Chandan, for always saying that. I appreciate that. And Sir Ashit Sangma, of course, is here today. We highly appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. And we have the Blina Sinha. Thank you for being here. Have patience, faith, belief, support for our CEO, Ash Mufareh, and tech team, Dubai.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Certainly. Thank you. Kenita, mommy, how are you, Kenita? Thank you so much for being here. We highly appreciate you. Then we have AM Media. AM Media, you're welcome here. If you can, we would like to know your name. We are dealing with children. Children need to know people by their name. Safety and value is number one for these children. And therefore, we want them to know everybody's name here, okay? Thank you so much.
Yes.
And we have Brillia. Hello, Brillia. You changed your picture to a different one. Wow, that's beautiful too. Thank you so much, Brillia. For always being here supporting us. And we have our beautiful sister, Piari Topo. Thank you as always, sister. Your presence, your love is highly appreciated. Thank you. Sir Bismadas, thank you so much, sir. We highly appreciate your presence and support for children worldwide. And we really ask that everyone, it doesn't matter, keep sharing, keep sharing. We can only reach to the hearts of these children and their parents through sharing, because before they open up to us, they have to first of all know us, and knowing us is by us keep sharing all the time, not just within our own passive family, but outside of the unpassive family, because every child matters and no child will ever be left behind so long as one global movement is concerned. So thank you guys so much, and make sure I'm sure Nancy is going to announce that, but put the big thumbs up.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so they'll give you a ring when we are on and for when there is content. So thank you so much. We have Sita Rani Roy. How are you, ma'am? Thank you so much for joining us from your end of the world. We highly appreciate you. If you are new here, you're welcome into this global family. Thank you so much. And of course, our beautiful sister Sanjo is always here supporting us with a big smile. Thank you so much, sister. We love you. Thank you. And let's go down here. If I miss, I know that your eyes are very sharp.
Oh yeah, I will see it. Yeah.
And we have Surrender Singh Pong. How are you? Thank you so much for saying hello to all of us here, and we highly appreciate you. And thank you for all the flowers, the peas, and the emojis. Thank you so much. And let's go down here. And we have Sir Madan Mishra. Thank you so much, Sir Namaste. And namaste to everyone here. Thank you so much for joining us. We highly appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much. And, let's go down here. And Nancy here says, hello, everyone. I'm late, but I'm present. Children require a lot of attention. So we have to finish whatever we are doing that we can attend to our children by giving our full attention. Thank you so much, Nancy,
That's
for saying
right.
this, because here in One Global Movement, there will be no need for you to come here. If you have children or you have your family, you have not paid attention to them, and you think you're coming here to help, you cannot help. You have to have that focus that our sister talked about before, focusing on you and your present family first before you can then begin to move out. And Mr. Ashmufara said that focus on you to build your account first before you can start helping, because you will have that stability of mind and resources to then start shifting it to other people. Thank you so much for reminding us, Nancy.
Yes, absolutely.
Our brother says it's time to enjoy. We are going to next another big top very soon with our unique AI technology. Thank you.
Yes, we are, Jandan.
And then Pavan Kumar. Hello, Pavan. How are you? Thank you so much for joining this global family. If you're new here, you're welcome. Be sure to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much. And we go down here. Of course, our brother Guyana. Yes, we are doing all what it takes to, I know,
yes, to build up the
build up the thing for those stars and whatever. We are doing it. When time comes, you will know, and we will extend it to you all. Our managing director, Mr. John Barilla, will extend it to you. So thank you so much. Hi, my dear, lovely two heroine, man. Yes, you are our hero too.
Yes.
To you both and all patients from Brooklyn, New York. Thanks for great discussion updates to us. Be safe and healthy. Take care.
Take care. You as well, Guyana.
Thank you. And of course, our beautiful sister, Clover Kelly, is here today. Thank you so much, sister, for always being present for these children and for us. because you
Yes.
guys' presence here is an inspiration to us to keep doing what we are doing. Just imagine if you guys were not there to contribute, we would not be so active and so agile.
No,
Like I would
no,
not have
no.
the strength. I would
Yes,
have been sleepy because sometimes I don't sleep. When I think about what we are going to do here, I'm up doing it.
yes,
Yet God
yes.
gives us the strength to keep doing it.
It's very motivating.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And Nancy says, families, I just pressed,
Press the
yes,
big
the
thumbs
big
up.
thumbs
Press,
up.
press.
Press the notification bell. Subscribe if not yet done. Share with families and friends. This is one of the ways to help
To help
uplift
uplifting
our
our children. Yes,
children.
thank you,
Yes,
Nancy.
thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I told you she's not going to forget. And our brother, of course, Mr. Ashok Kumar is always here and being so consistent in his language and his presence and his love. Thank you so much, brother Ashok. We highly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we have K Malati. How are you? We miss you, but you're here today. Thank you so much for joining us from that end. We highly appreciate your presence here. Thank you. And Nancy says, children are very smart, but they need to hear it from you. That helps them to build their self-esteem, of course.
Yes.
Certainly. Thank you so much. And we have our sister Hashleta Topo. Thank you so much, beautiful sister, for joining us from your end. We highly appreciate your presence and your love, and our regards and love to all the children around you. Thank you so much. And our sister says, thank you. Oh, okay, let me let our sister Esther in. Esther is so determined not to just miss this because she is paying attention. She works, she's taking care of the children, she's cooking, she's doing
I
everything.
know. She's just
Always
all
here.
over.
Thank you so much, Esther. Welcome. Thank you, everyone. Here is the Facebook page. Please, please, please go to this Facebook page for One Global Movement. Like and follow and share to all your families and all your groups so that they can help Facebook help us to continue to help these children. Thank you so much. And we have Nancy says, Queen Yvonne Finn, you're going to get your watermelon before they finish. Yes.
So I wrote back. I told her that I'm waiting on a surprise delivery.
I know, right? Esther, you didn't know, here is where we are, almost gone. So our brother here says, hello everyone and all panelists member of Unpassive Family from Hidden City in Rajasthan, India. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. If you're new, you're welcome into this family, and make yourself comfortable by sharing, subscribing, and liking One Global Movement. Thank you so much. And we
Yes.
have Rajit Sankar. How are you, sir? Thank you so much again for joining us. We appreciate your presence here as always. We have Sani Mina. How are you? Thank you so much for being present here today. We are in a rush so that we can go to Anchor 360, right?
Yes.
And we have, okay, Sani Mina again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I keep hoping that I will get a surprise delivery, Queen Nancy. I know. I'm going to ask, how much am I going to pay to deliver?
No, thank you. I'm sure they will steal it. They won't bring it here. They will say,
Oh, they're
no,
sitting
I'm.
at the post office. They are eating this watermelon. They've eaten it all. Then they keep wanting some to buy. I say it's all gone. I shared it with them as every year because they really help me at the post office when I'm mailing out books, media.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
yeah,
help us. So,
yeah,
hello, sister. You're the last here again, Sanjo. Hello, ma'am. Very, very nice on passive. Flowers,
yes.
love, and prayers. Thank you guys so much, Esther. We are almost done here so that we can go to Anchor 360. And if you can play the national anthem and say, and then give the concluding remarks, that will let us out quickly. So we need to play our international anthem. And she will give the concluding remarks and we say hello and bye-bye.
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to. I just have issue with my
Okay.
laptop.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
let
If
me
it's
see if I can bring it up on this one.
okay, if you bring it up, fine. If you don't, I can also bring it up my own way, even though mine is not as open as your own.
I know.
Okay, guys, a little patience. We'll be out of here. Out of
Oh,
here to make sure you sign in into Anchor 360, please, everyone. Even if Mr. Ash is not going to be there, we still give that support.
it should be there now. I hope
Okay,
that is
it's
the
here.
right thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It's not playing, right?
no, it's not. Okay, let me just go to my
Let
own.
me go back. Just give me a few seconds. Let me go back. I must sort it out.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, it's back.
We are here. We are on path, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the stars. Into it, into it. Into it. Bringing hope, shining the light. We're a nation, we are rising with one love, with one heart, bringing solution, lifting up humanity. Standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the stars. Into it. Into it. Into it. Into
To win it. In
In it, to win
It,
it,
it
it.
to win.
Okay, Esther, final conclusion and we go.
All right, all right, all right. So I'm going to conclude this webinar through the topic we have today, developing self-awareness and identity. Where is this noise coming from? Where's the noise coming from?
The what?
You hear a
Are you
noise?
hearing the noise?
No,
No.
it's from
Okay.
your end, I think.
I don't think so. Anyway, so
Okay.
developing self-awareness and identity, which I know that has been addressed properly, is, according to my understanding of it, is a lifelong process that involves understanding whom you are, your beliefs, your values, your emotions, and how they shape your behavior and interaction with others.
Yes.
The process is crucial for personal growth,
Yes.
building meaningful relationships, and achieving a sense of purpose in life. So, by continuously engaging in self-reflection, seeking feedback, and being open to change, your self-awareness and identity can grow and adapt in healthy, meaningful ways. So let's try and reflect in our lives what we can achieve in life through today's topic and from what you have heard in this webinar today. Thank you so much. Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank
happy.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sister,
We've come to the
yes.
end and see you in Anchor 360. Until tomorrow, walk good. We love you. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we having good news today?